Hello, my beautiful magicians, and welcome to November's monthly magical practice. Today we are going to be doing some kitchen magic and working with the beautiful, abundant energies of the apple to create some apple butter preserves. I'm really excited to dive into this practice as I think it's something that's very beautiful to take with us into the winter months through the darker part of the year. So I'm going to be sharing this base recipe with you guys. Definitely feel free to alter, multiply, change it in whatever way best suits your practice here. So we're going to start with 4 pounds of apples, and we're going to begin by peeling them. And as we peel them, really allow yourself to begin connecting to the energies of the apple that you are wanting to bring forth into your finished product here. So for me, my intention and my goal for this practice was health in all of its forms. The kind of quote, "an apple a day keeps the doctor away," was kind of the driving force of my practice here, as I wanted to bring health and wellness and abundance mentally, physically, financially, emotionally into my home and into my body through the darker months of the year, as a lot of the times that's when we really need that boost of energy. Once we've peeled all the apples, we're going to begin cutting them. I'm going to be using this apple corer and slicer here, as it's just easier with the amount of apples that I am working with. But you can definitely still do this with a knife or even with an athame if you have one that would work here. That would be a very beautiful way to utilize that magical tool in this practice. And again, here with the cores of the apples, if there's any seeds or anything that come out, if you feel called to do so, you can definitely save these and utilize them in future spell work, or as for certain energies, bringing forth certain energies on your altar or anything like that as well. So we're gonna get all of these apps cut up and ready to go here. Once we have all of our apples cut up and ready to go, we're going to move them over into a thick walled, thick bottomed pan in order to cook this in, and we're going to begin adding our other ingredients to the apples. So we're going to start off by adding our spices, and we're going to add a half a teaspoon each of cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, and allspice. And then to that, we're also going to be adding a teaspoon of each lemon juice and vanilla extract, a half a cup of water, and a half a cup of white sugar and brown sugar before turning it on medium-high heat. And we're going to be cooking this for probably a couple of hours. But we're going to cook it until it cooks down. We're going to prepare our jars and everything so that we are ready to go instead of having to rush around once this is done. And frequently stir this and add more intention and magic and love into this as we move along. And once you have this cooked down to the consistency that you like, use a masher to break up any other pieces of apple that are still a little bit too large here. And once you have that all done, we're going to go ahead and move this over to jarring these preserves. I do like to do this while it's still hot, as it does kind of seal the jars itself that way, but every spoonful you add into your jars, add the intention with it, say it out loud. I want health and wellness emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, and repeat this over and over, and then use a paper towel or napkin to make sure the edges are clean here before adding the lid and the ring to the top of the jar for a proper seal. Now, if you're just making the base batch and only making 2 full pint-sized jars and you're going to utilize this, I wouldn't even really worry about making sure that they're sealed. But if you're making larger batches, you can definitely water bathe these or can them in whatever way works best for you. Once you have all of this done, you can go ahead and utilize it right away. Decorate your jars in whatever way you feel called to do so. That was definitely one of my favorite parts of the canning process here. You can use this on fresh bread, you can use this in other recipes, or even just to eat, kind of like applesauce, because I think it is just that good. The apple just brings forth such beautiful energies, being connected to Venus and the water element, and the kind of attraction and magnetism and health and protection that it brings forth is something that's really uh, untouchable in any other way. Like, there's nothing else that I've found that you can really use to bring forth the energies that an apple brings forth. There's just something very special and very beautiful about working with this particular fruit. I truly hope that you guys enjoyed this practice, and I truly hope that you find some value in the Book of Shadows page that I share with this. I'm looking forward to this journey of magical workings with you guys. I'm so very excited to travel down this path with all of you beautiful souls. Let me know what you thought of this. Let me know how it turned out for you, or any other magical practices you guys would like to see here. And until I see you guys again, I am wishing you all the very best on your path, and I will see you later, beautiful magicians.